President Bola Tinubu this Monday inaugurated the new ministers as a member of the Federal Executive Council. Among the 45 ministers, he sworn into the FEC are the Minister of Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy, Bosu Tijani, Minister of the FCT, Yesom Wike, and Minister
Minister
of Humanitarian
designate
Affairs and
from
Poverty
Cross River
Elevation,
State,
Betta Edu.
Dr. Betta Edu.
Others include the
Minister
Minister of Solid
designate
Minerals
from
Development,
Ekiti State, Honorable Oladele Henry Alake.
Minister of Transportation Adegboyega Oyetola, and also Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment Doris Aniti. Setting agenda for the members of the newly constituent cabinet of President Tinubu, some Nigerians advised them to bear in mind that the tax ahead is challenging and devoid of partisan politics.
I'm not criticizing, for example, the pronouncements by the Minister of the Federal Capital, that is the former governor of River State. They are good display. But if all you are coming to do is to threaten the citizens, we are going to demolish, we are going to withdraw, that is not what should be happening now. We should have been listening to decisive, constructive statements that there is flooding in certain areas. We are going to address those things decisively and other matters. So it's not this element of conquest, the mentality of conquest that should be in place. Just unfortunately, like what happened to the subsidy removal issue, we have removed the subsidy. Nothing you can. That is not the way. You engage your citizens. You give them hope in terms of how they can really.
There is no future hope. I was thinking, if in fact, among the calibers, who are the ministers? Check their pedigrees. Some of them are ex-governors. As ex-governors, what did they contribute to their state? Most of them embezzled the money belonging to their state. Most of them were unable to even build cottage hospitals to take care of poor, sick people. Most of them are not unable to stabilize their schools. Some of these ex-governors couldn't even pay lecturers working in the state university. So, if they cannot be found worthy in small things, is it when they assume this bigger office that they are going to make the difference? They are not going to make any difference. I think what we need more serious-minded people. Look at some of these president ministers. They have been ministers before. They retired. They are on retirement benefit. They were government workers before. They retired. They are on benefit. They were governors. They retired. They are taking a lot of money home. 4 or 5 cars are changed every 4 years. They have access to better houses in Abuja, in Lagos, and now they have become ministers. As ministers now, they are going to earn ministerial money, salary. They are going to earn pension as ex-governors. They are going to receive salary as ex-senators. So one person is going to receive 4 different pensions. So it is the poor man who suffers. Those of us in the lecturing job, how much do we receive? Senators who never worked up to 2 months suddenly said they are going on holidays. And 2 million was approved. They said, go and enjoy your holidays with your family.
They should understand that there is a huge difference between politics and government. And my agenda for them is to work towards sustaining a good governance system in Nigeria. A good governance system that will deliver dividends of democracy, not to individual ministers and their families, but to the masses of this country. If you look at Nigeria today, from the educational system to the health sector to housing, in fact, the entire critical infrastructure, they are all in deplorable state of affairs. They should sit down and put politics aside and concentrate basically on fixing the nation's problems.
They want the ministers to key into the vision of the president and work towards addressing the plight of the common man in the country.
They should concentrate on looking inwards towards utilizing our own resources for our own development and providing the enabling environment for other smaller industries to also thrive. Because in a situation where there is no electricity, there's no water, there are no good roads, how do you expect the private sector to thrive? They should look into all of this critically and address them within the shortest possible time and the resources at the disposal of this country, for which they have been appointed or elected or nominated as well as managers of the economy. It is not necessarily enough to say, oh, I'm Minister of Education and therefore it ends with me in education. Certainly not. All of them together constitute what we call the Federal Executive Council, who should debate critical issues affecting this country and address them and take further steps to ensuring that all that they have agreed on they are implemented.
But they have to know that getting a ministerial appointment is called to duty and called to work. That is why they are called public servants. And any servant that has taken up a job should be ready to give his best. I am hoping that it will help the current president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to succeed, because his success is my success, is your success, is success for the citizens of Nigeria. And whatever comes out of it should be positive enough for us to say, yes, thank God that this team, led by the president, is the team that we have now. Let it not be, as it has sometimes happened, you start looking for somebody that is already gone. Or that even before the race start, the job starts, you are looking for where better people, so to speak. So for me, is that for the ministers that have been appointed, the advisors that have been put in place, let them work for the realization of the manifesto, those things that Mr. President has set out, because ultimately we hope that they will help us to have a better country, so to speak.
With the inauguration of the ministers, Nigerians are optimistic that they will bring their wealth of experience to bear the actual lives of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, renewed hope agenda for the growth and development of the nation. Tracy Obruche, reporting for VOS TV News, Benin.